Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, if you are interested to find out between intuition and discernment, and you are on a journey of discovering what your anchor is in this life, you need to stay tuned to this video. So first things first, what is the difference between intuition and discernment? This was a big question that I had for myself when I stepped outside of the church building, Christianity if you must. I just never understood the difference. And being a logical taught person, how to question things and the reasons why they are the way they are, I always had a itching to understand what the differences were. So, without further ado, let's get into this video. Everything has duality. Everything in this world has a feminine and a masculine energy, right? Intuition would be fitting under the feminine, which also means the unseen and your subconscious. So when you hear things being depicted, especially in the Bible, as feminine, it's talking about the unseen and the subconscious. This is what I was talking about in a previous video, that subconscious represents the state which we don't program in the waking world. It's the below, it's the within, right? So your intuition is that programming that you have given your subconscious and is already developed. So when you are in a situation, your internal programming is responding to external stimuli. So for example, your intuition is telling you that this friend doesn't mean you any good based on the patterns that such friend is showing, right? Your intuition is now in play because you have programmed yourself with these scenarios of what's going to happen. Another example is you use your intuition when it's coming to deciding whether this man, this woman is for you, based on previous experiences and based on how your nervous system, the unseen, is programmed to deal with this situation. So it's that instant spirit not taking, or I'm down. We can communicate, we can be together, right? Now, discernment is the complete opposite. It's a slower process. You have external stimuli that is coming at you at high rate speed, and now you have to analyze and use your logic brain to understand what's happening in the scene, the masculine, right? So that's what discernment is, the conscious mind, the use of logic and the processing the action scene. And I'm just learning that there is such thing as having a processing disorder. And it's also based on the lack of critical thinking now in society amongst us young people and the generation that we are in. So a lot of people take things literal as what you say, right? So now that we know what intuition is and we know what discernment is, how do we use it in everyday life? So first off, I want to start off by saying what intuition is not, right? Intuition is not psychic perception, right? Psychic perception is the faculty of the mind. How psychic perception often works is processing a thought form or feeling or person might have had an hour ago, and it could be accurate and it couldn't, right? So psychic perception is basically telling you something that could or couldn't have happened, something that might or might not have happened, and it's just like throwing in the hook and wishful thinking back. And psychic perception is not stronger than inner knowing. And if you study Gnosticism, the science of inner knowing and the study of inner knowing, no one can know nothing but you. And this is what caught me in the Christianity, the faith of whatsoever you call it. How does the pastor or the teacher know more than me about me, right? It doesn't make no sense. Each being is different. Each being has been exposed to different stimuli. So therefore, how can someone come in and tell me what is right for me, right? And there's another topic I wanted to go on. Religion is medicine, right? It's not a diet. And if you think about how medicine is used, medicine is given to someone who is sick, who needs help to recover from the injury they've been given, right? Or the injury that they're in. Religion is a stepping stone for anybody who has never had structure in their life. Whether they have been, their parents have told them to use Mayat, Islam, Christianity, Judaism, studying Buddhism, whatever it is. If you never had a stepping stone in your life, I would say religion is a good first step, right? To understand. But I would say study all of them, because some religions are missing some things. Do you understand? Christianity stems from Judaism. You know what I'm saying? And Islam derives from Hinduism. So there's different pieces from each religion. And I'm just finding out that in Islam, the Quran is the science of the 4 books combined. You know what I'm saying? So if you can find an English version, there must be an English version of the Quran, because not everyone can speak, or I'm not sure what it's written in. You know what? Let me not say that. But there's this guy, I don't remember his name, but it's the esoteric science of what we Christians take literally, but they take metaphorically. Symbolism. As I said, symbolism is the language that they used to talk in. And symbolism is something, it was a normal word to word, just like how I'm talking English now and you understand my English. Symbolism was the language that they used to understand. Just like in Jamaican culture and Caribbean culture, we have sayings that only us Jamaicans would understand because we were immersed in that culture for so long, so another Jamaican would understand. You understand? Right. So how to strengthen your intuition so you're not easily manipulated, I've realized comes down to these 5 things, right? Intuition is a function of a developed being, right? Who you are, move out of intellect and into the personality and your ego. So you have to strengthen how much do you see, how much do you hear, how much do you touch, what can you taste, and what can you smell, right? And you do this every single day, because a lot of humans today are so far gone that their intuition becomes bombarded with so much stimuli that they can't even hear themselves or hear the intuition that they have or the word that they have inside of them. So I would say strengthen your intuition every day by nourishing your senses, listening to what your body needs when it needs it. Do you understand? Right? And alchemizing your emotions, right? Because your emotions is energy in motion. Why do I feel like this? Keep asking yourself, why am I feeling in this state? Every emotion teaches you something. Anger teaches you the wounds that you have not yet healed or where you lack self-control. Jealousy shows you what you desire. You can use that for direction, the direction you truly want to be. Anxiety shows you where you're unprepared. Guilt shows you your actions didn't align with your values or morals. You crossed the boundary you have in your heart. Confusion, your subconscious doesn't have enough information to act upon it. So you now need to go and find out more. Overstimulation, your subconscious saying you need structure and a daily plan. Do not let these people trick you into feeling that they know better about you than you, basically. So that's the basic synopsis of what's going on. And also fear, an intense negative emotion, It dissipates when you become more confident. Your subconscious is telling you that you need more positive self-talk and positive proof in your life, right? So this is how you strengthen your intuition. So you don't have to depend on discernment all the time and your immune system is always on defense mode, right? You strengthen your intuition by facing these negative emotions head on. You don't sit down and quiver and just be like, this is it, this is all, and allow yourself to become into a depressive state. And now you are easily to manipulate. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that helped you to understand, because it helped me. And I needed to understand the difference between discernment and intuition, because I found myself being so discerning all the goddamn time, right? That I always know what's best for me. And once I realized the power that I had within myself, I realized how powerful I am, not only as a woman, but as a being in this world. And questioning things allows open conversation to happen, and growth to happen, and expansion to happen. And where expansion is, stagnation is now depleted. So that's it. I hope this helps somebody. Let me know if you had any other revelation moments on your journey, understanding, maneuvering through this esoteric journey and understanding oneself and Gnosticism. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.